What is going on, YouTube? Hope all is well. This is Grez. I ask you to hit that like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell. Would mean a lot. And right now, as you could see, we are in front of Kingston Lounge. It's actually 11445 Lefferts Boulevard in South Ozone Park. Pretty near JFK Airport, hopping a skip and a jump away. This is it was a bar. It used to be called Robert's Lounge. Not there no more. But it served as a mob headquarters from 1979, from 1957 to about 1979. The bar was long used as an informal headquarters by Paul Vario, who was described as a capo in the Corallo crime family. There was a famous robbery, and that is the Lufthansa heist, as it was known. If you're familiar with, Mr. Hill and Goodfellas, many books, many movies have been made about the Lufthansa heist. But the robbery of Lufthansa's secure freight storage at the Air Cargo Center on December of 1978, that's where the genesis was, in this lounge, Robert's Lounge. And what happened in this lounge, you had the Lufthansa freight supervisor, and Louis Werner. He comes in and he describes to everyone inside how a fortune in valuable freight could be stolen despite Lufthansa's security, which was described as being unbreakable. There's no way to get past that security. Well, through the help of him, an estimated $5 million in currency, and at that point, $875,000 in jewels were stolen in the robbery. At the time, it was described as the largest cash robbery ever committed on American soil. Henry Hill, crime family associate, reported multiple mob victims were buried at the bar, describing it as Burke's private cemetery. It was owned by Jimmy DeGent Burke. In his book, The Goodfellas Guide to New York, Hill described the bar. Jimmy buried, quote, over a dozen bodies, including Dominic Remo and Michael Spider, under the bocce courts. If you go there today and look down to the left side of the building, you will see piles of dirt. After I went into the program, Jimmy had the feds and media over to witness the courts being dug up. Under the club in the basement was another graveyard for mob victims, allegedly. A human leg bone and a portion of a human shoulder bone were evacuated from the basement on June 6th, 1980. The bones were thought to have been those of two of Burke's associates, Thomas DeSimone and Martin Krugman, who went missing a short time after the Lufthansa robbery. And be on the lookout. I will have a video about the Lufthansa heist for you guys to view and to look out. It's actually, was located by JFK, and that's going to be a unique video, and I will describe, how the heist went down, the aftermaths, and, what happened at that point. Right now, as we've are driving through the area, moving away from the lounge, how the area looks like right now. There's another interesting article that, quote here, the lounge was also notorious, like I said, for the graveyard. One of the stories supposedly is Dominic Sarzini killed by James Burke to seek revenge, since the former is said to have cooperated with the district attorney of Queens and assisted in capturing the stolen cigarette load of Burke. Supposedly he is buried in the backyard there of what was, the former location of the bar. Spider, like I mentioned, he had worked as a night manager. He has worked as the night manager and the bartender. He was killed over a ordinary issue by apparently Thomas D. Simone. They're saying that his body was buried in the lounge's basement. The worst part, apparently, goes the story, is that when the FBI had carried out thorough research of the lounge and its basement, they were not able to find any of the bodies, as they have been claimed to be buried there. And they say that the reason for the bodies not to be found within the lodge was because details of the search warrant were found out by Burke before the actual search was carried out by the FBI. Hence, apparently, allegedly, he had the bodies taken out and displaced and put to another place. So it's a very interesting, stories that come out of what used to be Robert's, lounge, and this is many years now since it's been closed. But I'm giving you an kind of a feel of how the area looks like today, modern day. This is Ozone Park, Queens. We have since ventured out and moved away from South Ozone Park, now into Queens. To the left there, you would see a casino, Resorts World Casino, that generates a ton of revenue for this local area. Provides a lot of jobs as well. Ozone Park actually will give you hop and a skip, a jump away from Howard Beach. As well, it's near the border of Brooklyn. We're now actually down one of the side streets here. The property values, the homes here are very expensive. They don't come easy. They, not an easy buy. They're not cheap in the slightest bit. You know, depending on where you buy a home. Let's say a home in Ozone Park could run you about right now at this day and age, you know, anywhere from, let's say, a single family home from $650 to about $8. You know, a multi-family home anywhere upwards of $1 million